My name's Kelly Newsome, and I'm talking about the property that we're selling. It was originally purchased by my great-grandfather, and he built a cabin here sometime in the 1880s. And he lived here. He actually passed away in the 1918 flu epidemic. But he had 3 sons that were all born in this cabin. One of them was my grandfather, Dan Newsome. And then he had 1 son, which is my father, Bill Newsome, was also born in this cabin. And his widow, everyone called her Aunt Perry, she lived here until the mid-1950s, until her health failed. Then she moved in with my grandparents until her death in 1961. So the cabin was pretty much vacant from then. My grandfather did come up. He was a gentleman farmer. He grew corn down in the bottoms and gardened. And but as I was growing up, my mother always dreamed of a log cabin. She always spoke of, she wanted a log cabin more than anything in the world. And then in 1990, with the help of Kevin and Aubrey Thomas, they made her dream a reality, which is the cabin you see now. They took the original structure that my great-grandfather built and added on the living room side, the garage, the porches, the basement. They tore down an old tobacco barn we had to get logs to do the reconstruction with. A lot of the doors came from architectural salvage up here in King. There was no plans. She and Aubrey built it as they went along. They would discuss what could be done and what couldn't be done, and they worked around it. She and my dad lived here for 29 years until their deaths in 2019.
Go ahead.
The center section of the house, which is actually the kitchen now, that was the actual original cabin. It had the 1 room and a little loft, and then this building down here was added on the back. It was attached with a porch, and that was the kitchen, so in case your kitchen caught fire, it didn't burn your whole house down. So Aubrey and Kevin laid logs down and rolled it down to the position that it's in now. And Mom called that her playhouse. We added the garage on the far side, and then the porch across the back and the basement room was dug out and added. Scrounged up, like I say, architectural salvage, and had to buy some more logs from places in Virginia, from some other torn down buildings. They ran out of logs at one point. There is 45 acres. There's some good bottom land here that's open. There's the 2 streams. There is an old tobacco barn that's still standing. It's probably a great place to keep a horse or 2, or any other animals you might like. Plenty of places for dogs or cats or kids. There's no neighbor problems, no traffic problems. My mother once thought about maybe having weddings or receptions or things like that here, although she never actually did any. That's very good water. It's delicious water here. It's very clean. I think it's a pretty deep well. I think it's like 400 feet. But, yeah, there is good property. It could be used for maybe horse trails or walking trails, or maybe some other cabins could be built out here for bed and breakfast, or weekend getaways, or lots of possibilities. Well, my mother was just the consummate Southern hostess. She made it fun. She could have 2 people or 102 people, and she could do the food, do the party, make everyone feel welcome, make everybody happy. She lived for that sort of thing. And I would hope that I could get another family in here that would be the same way, that could enjoy this property the way we did, take care of it, appreciate it, just enjoy it. It's a unique place. It is different, but it's very well built. Aubrey and Kevin Thomas, of course, Aubrey has passed away now, but Kevin Thomas is still building log cabins. They call him the Log Whisperer. He built one on the property next to us, and he built another one up here on Griffin Rd years ago.